Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about some more positive news recently released regarding Tesla stock. And I think a lot of you are going to be interested in some of these news pieces that we'll discuss today. And just to provide a preview of some of the news pieces we'll be discussing today, the first one is going to be a recent email sent out to employees by Elon Musk. And this is actually a pretty huge one in my opinion, because it has a lot to do with providing us insight on the demand for this last quarter of 2020. And in addition to that as well, we have some discussion of expansion with the Shanghai Gigafactory, in which we're already seeing them move in with some dozers. And what they're doing with that was a little bit unexpected for a lot of people. And we also have some discussion with progress with Model Y production in Shanghai. And then on top of that, we have a price target increase for Tesla stock. And then we finally have some more news regarding the FSD beta. So a wide variety of different news to talk about today. But as always, of course, if you enjoy the Tesla videos, please make sure to smash that like button. So with that being said, just to address the share price currently, we are at a value of $607.54, and in the normal market hours on Friday, we had a minus 2.72% loss. That is minus $17.08, and then in the after hours, we had a minus 0.40% loss, which is minus $2.45. And we do have S&P 500 inclusion coming up on the Monday after next week on the 21st. A lot of things could be happening next week just because of all of this hype around inclusion and index fund managers buying in. I covered a video on that just recently before this one, if you'd like to check it out. But let's go ahead and take a look at the first news piece of today. As you can see, this is an article by Electric and author Frederick Lambert. So as always, we greatly appreciate this information. But this article is titled, "Tesla is seeing strong demand, but needs to increase production fast," says Elon Musk in leaked email. Getting right into the key point of this article, which is the email itself, that's what we really want to take a look at. It starts out, and keep in mind this is by Elon Musk to his employees. It begins by stating, "We are fortunate to have a high-class problem of demand being quite a bit higher than production this quarter. To ensure that we have the best possible outcome and earn the trust of the customers and investors who have placed their faith and hard-earned money with us, we need to increase production for the remainder of this quarter as much as possible. I would only send this note if it really mattered. Super appreciated, Elon. By the way, please send me a note directly if you see ways to improve output, but feel that your voice is not being heard." So of course, the people that are bearish on Tesla and don't believe in the company, they probably got a little bit excited too soon when they saw this little section here that says problem of demand, but it's actually direct words from Elon. "We are fortunate to have a high-class problem of demand being quite a bit higher than production," meaning that there's more demand than they can actually produce at the moment. And right now, Elon Musk is just trying his best to find different ways to increase production and meet this demand. And as he states at the end here, he really emphasizes that if there's someone with a good idea to increase production and solve this problem, to send a message directly to Elon Musk himself. And I love this because this kind of reminds me of that recent interview with Elon Musk with the Wall Street Journal, where he was talking about how he wants to be on the front lines with his workers. And this is kind of another one of those situations where he's willing to offer his time to a worker that feels that they are not being heard but has something valuable to offer to the company. And this just shows that appreciation towards people with ideas, and that Elon Musk values someone's time and doesn't want their ideas to go unheard. And I think that, in addition to the discussion of about how they need to increase production even more, all of that is good news in my opinion. Of course, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to increase production, but I have a lot of confidence they can do that. I would much rather have Tesla having problems keeping up with demand rather than having problems getting the actual demand itself. So that is really good news in my opinion, and I'm always interested to see these emails sent out to employers by Elon Musk, because it commonly gives us investors and people that are just excited about the company and are interested in it, it gives us some solid insight as to what they're doing at the moment and what they're planning on in the future. Taking a look at the next news piece of today, we have user at BenTV_SH. They are also known as Woowa on YouTube. So as always, we really appreciate this information. I'll link the YouTube video of the footage down in the description below, but we're going to get to that discussion in just a second because they put some useful information in the description of a video. But this tweet itself states, "The watermelon field southeast of the factory has broken through an opening and excavators are extending it. Does this mean Tesla took the land? And by the way, as you can see from their image right here, this is Gigafactory 3, also known as Tesla Shanghai, the Shanghai Gigafactory. And we do see where some dozers have gone through the gates right here and have started messing around here in the watermelon field. And there are some questions floating around as to what's happening with this. And just to get some more context on this, I went to their YouTube video showing the drone footage of what's happening with that. And they stated in the description, "The winter in Shanghai is cold and humid, and the sky is shrouded in mist. The Lingang Tesla factory, I hope I'm pronouncing pronouncing that right. If not, just ignore it, which is a kilometer away from downtown Shanghai, is indeed very lively. In addition to the new Model 3s constantly shuttled in the factory, we are also seeing that the fence outside of the paint shop on the east side of the second phase of the factory was opened. 2 excavators were stepping towards the watermelon field in the east, although we did not get any information about the watermelon field in the east. However, according to the signs today on December 10th, Tesla is likely to rent the watermelon land in the southeast. I was consulting a melon farmer who stayed in this land and learned that the construction staff on the site told him this land will no longer grow crops. They need to find a piece of farmland to grow watermelon in Lingyang. In the near future, a new factory building will be built here. With the expansion of the factory, Tesla has also carried out a large number of recruitment in various cities in China. Next year, Tesla China will be a new era. So as always, we really appreciate this information from WuWa and BenTV_SH on Twitter. Some really valuable insight, and especially where they discuss consulting with a melon farmer and also how a new factory building will be built there. So only time will tell if this actually turns out to be true, but I'm just relaying information to you all on what I'm hearing. And to add on to this news piece itself, it's already pretty notable with us not really expecting this expansion on the side here, or at least from what I know, I wasn't expecting it. But we have this on top as well. Travis the stock guy notices this with the image that was posted by Wu Wong, and this states Model Y single piece castings from the newly installed Gigacasting machine. And as you can see, they point out a specific part of the drone footage, and this does seem to be Gigacastings on the side here. As you can see, that's where they opened up the gate and let the excavators in, but there does seem to be some Model Y Gigacastings right here. And I would not be surprised if that's the case, because we've already seen a lot of progress with construction of phase 2 of the Shanghai Gigafactory, and we've even seen some zebra camouflage Model Ys around there as well. And I've also seen some Model Ys outside of the Shanghai Gigafactories recently too, so it seems like they may possibly be running some test productions right now. So there's a lot of progress happening with the Shanghai Gigafactory. You all know that I'm really interested in keeping up with that one, just because we've seen a tremendous amount of progress just over this past year with that factory, and the Shanghai Gigafactory just does not play around. We know with the recent Model 3 deliveries that they aren't playing around, because there was a 78% increase in deliveries just from November compared to October. And with those numbers alone, we know that a lot of progress is happening. So it gets me excited to see some more potential expansion with this factory in the future. And you can guarantee I'll be paying a lot of attention to this one, because this is going to be the bread and butter of Tesla for a while, until we get that Austin, Texas Gigafactory set up and the Berlin Gigafactory fully constructed and ramped up. Definitely pay attention to phase 2 construction and Model Y production in the future, because I think that's going to be huge for Tesla. The Model Y production in Shanghai, that will be absolutely huge. Mark my words on that. Next up, we have another article by the Tasmanian and author Eva Fox. So as always, we greatly appreciate this information. And this article is titled "Tesla Gets Price Target Boost to $650 by Jefferies, Recommends Holding on Shares." And getting into the key points of this one, it states the analyst firm writes that OEMs are acting in a way that requires caution while Tesla remains in a league of its own. Tesla and other electric vehicle startups, quote, have built up the terminal value and access to capital OEMs have been denied for years. Rapid progress in reducing the cost of batteries and rapidly spreading bans on the use of ICE vehicles around the world, quote, take us closer to a BEV S-curve adoption, writes Jefferies. Quote, the industry may be changing for the better with less complexity, but low entry costs and lower thresholds for BEV scale may slow consolidation. The article then continues stating Tesla is in a league of its own, though the firm has downgraded the stock to hold while raising its price target to $650 from $500. Jefferies wrote, quote, we don't believe Tesla can dominate autos given industry structure and politics, but multiple challenges to the auto business model, EVs, battery, software, autonomy, design to manufacture, and direct selling ensure a durable competitive edge with a messianic brand reaching far beyond autos. We raised 2021/22 EBIT estimates plus 48 over 25% and price target $150 to $650. So although this is technically a downgrade going from buy to hold, keep in mind the price target has been increased from $500 to $650. That's a $150 increase in a price target, which is a significant amount. So I consider this good news, even though it's technically downgrading it from a buy to a hold. A hold is still good in my opinion, and I would personally have to disagree with this, stating that I think Tesla stock is still a buy right now. Keep in mind with those price targets, they're just judging a lot of times on the really short term rather than what a lot of us long-term investors are looking at, which is the 10+ year future for Tesla. So this downgrade from buy to hold is focused a lot more on the short term compared to that long-term vision that a lot of us Tesla investors have. And I really want to emphasize that because in my opinion, it pays more to be a long-term investor that looks out as far as you can see rather than just looking quarter to quarter in a year or two from now. And I think that's more of what they're focusing on right there with that downgrade from buy to hold. And that's another thing to emphasize emphasize as well, a lot of us already understand that Tesla is expensive and sort of at a premium for what they're doing as a company right now. But a lot of us are buying this stock and have purchased this stock at pretty notable prices in the past or even right now because we see a lot of potential in terms of growth for the future of this company over the next 10 years and on. And I really want to make sure that is known because Jefferies has a very different perspective than the perspective of a lot of us investors, which are more like the ARK Invest price targets and perspectives where we are much more long-term focused. We don't really care about the quarter-to-quarter movements or even the first couple of years. We really care about what this company does in the time frame of 10 years in the decades to come after that. And that's what really matters to a lot of us. So in my opinion, that's very good news because they've increased the price target share value in itself. And honestly, for us long-term investors out there, at least in my opinion, that buy and hold part really isn't that relevant to me because I know exactly where I'm going with the stock in the future. I'm not even thinking about selling anytime soon. So I'm not even interested in entertaining the idea of selling this stock anytime soon. So all I know with my strategy personally is to just buy whenever I have cash and hold it for the long term. And that is my strategy. Of course, anything that I say in this video is not to be considered financial advice. But then finally, for the last piece of news, we have Tesla Raj over here on Twitter stating new FSD beta update coming in, fire emojis. And as it states right here with the image he posted, software update installed 2020.48.10.1 now. And just judging from some of the replies below, I don't know this for sure, but it does seem to be the newest update out there for the FSD beta. And as many of you all know already, the FSD beta has continued to improve to a great extent over each update. And with that, they're basically fine-tuning some of the machine learning feedback that they've gotten from the beta testers so far. And we've seen a massive amount of improvement with the FSD beta. So I just wanted to end off the video there, and I wanted to talk about a few major news pieces that I saw recently, and I just wanted to share that with you all. So as always, of course, please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and also feel free to check out my referral links in the description below to Robinhood and Webull. Especially Webull right now, you can get 4 free stocks in total, 2 stocks valued up to $250 just for using my referral link, and then another 2 valued up to $1,600 for depositing $100 into your Webull account. And you should be able to take that $100 right back out after you get your free stocks. That's what I did. So it's basically just nice passive income with minimal effort, and it really helps support the channel, which I greatly appreciate. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your weekend.